what happens when you share your own work? Does it get seen or shared by others? I personally know the feeling of spending so much time creating something only to see it get a couple of views, never shared. But I've fast forwarded 20 years to let you know that the reason is because people don't owe you their attention. And if you want support, you're gonna have to give it first. If you've yet to take a film through the entire process, then get ready. It's gonna take you twice as long as you thought, and it's gonna cost a lot more than you ever could have imagined, if you let it. Mid-post-production is usually where the excitement around this story will fade, and by the time you're finished, most people will have forgotten you were even making a film to begin with. Some of the films that I talked to you on this channel were made over a decade ago, and they're still reaching new audiences. I just put one up from 2008 that was my very, very first film to show you where my journey started, knowing that this journey is very, very long. The highs, on the other hand, are going to be wonderful. Maybe you'll get your first review in a major outlet. Mine was bloody disgusting, so cool. Maybe you'll screen at a big theater, the Chinese Theater in Hollywood Boulevard, Rain Dance in London. Maybe you'll grind your way through hundreds of emails to get your work noticed. And then years later, you might get an email from your distributor with a note that says they owe you 13 cents and they'll never mail that to you. And that's when you arrive at this fork in the road. It's never been about the money, so why are you doing this? If you ever shift towards teaching or mentoring new artists, don't be surprised when it sparks something new in your own work. I know it did for me. You'll start to realize it was less about the film and more about the relationships. The artists who go off to film school, the ones who start touring their own film, the ones who learn to make with whatever they have, the successes that they have will be your success. And somewhere in this process, your whole philosophy of filmmaking might change. You start paying closer attention to sound, makeup, costume, all things brought to your attention by new artists, seeing films through their eyes. And that's why support matters. Someone helped you to get here. Maybe a teacher, maybe a friend, maybe somebody held the door for you on a day that wasn't so good. And now it's your turn to give back. To share the work of the artists who inspire you. To champion storytellers who are building something with heart. What happens if you start celebrating someone you actually know? So next year, I'm bringing back the podcast I started pre-pandemic. I want to connect with micro-budget feature filmmakers, and maybe this is you. As a filmmaker myself, I've learned it is so much easier to make a film than it is to get seen, so I want to start being that person to help you share your work. Everyone is so loud about the things they hate, but imagine if we gave the same energy to the things we love. Imagine giving a friend's short film the same attention you give to a Netflix release or an Amazon release. You didn't start creating for the money. We all know there is none. You started because you want to share how you see the world with others. All I want to do is encourage you to add something new to the conversation, even if that impulse is a little selfish on my part. Life is full of contradictions, and so is your art. Thank you so much for sharing part of your day with me. This is a series I put together called Notes to a New Artist, and these are just some things I wish someone would have shared with me earlier in my journey. So if you're a filmmaker, I have lots of tutorials on here and writing exercises. And if you're a filmmaker looking to challenge yourself, then I'd suggest checking out the creative process or just making your own feature film. If you have a film that is ready to release or already out, I would also love to chat with you, so scan the QR code on the screen to reach out and let's see if we can spread the word together. Either way, be kind and let's build a more supportive network of creative people. See you soon.